Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss computer application lesson 2, an introduction to Adobe PageMaker, question and answer. First we will discuss 1 mark questions. Before going to the question and answer session, I want students to have a good look on the image shown on the screen. This shows the various details about the Adobe PageMaker. I like students to remember this image when you go to your examination so that you can answer many of the Adobe PageMaker questions very easily. Here if you see, first you will have in the Adobe PageMaker window, first as usual you will have a title bar followed by the menu bar. The menu bar consists many menu items. Each item sometimes may have sub-menus also. Followed by that you have toolbar. Toolbar is nothing but the icons shortcut for the tools available in this software. Followed by the ruler line. Then in the left hand corner if you see you have a toolbox. Then in the center you see the page, the page where we are going to design. Basically Adobe PageMaker is used to design the page. Most of the students think this is a word processor. Definitely it is more than a word processor. If you ask me what is the difference between the word and the word processor and this Adobe PageMaker. In word processor we are just think about the document, but here we are going to design how the page is going to be displayed. Today the most of the papers, newspapers, everything follows this Adobe PageMaker. They use this Adobe PageMaker to design their pages and where the text and images should come. It is little more, it is not a mere document to type document. It is more than that. It is used to design the page, where the content of the page where it should come. Now if you see the page is shown on the screen, center you have two borders there. One is a black border and inside you have colored border. The colored border is the one where it shows the margin how the text is going to appear, and the black border is the actual border of the page. Apart from that, if you see left side, there is a one is displayed called pasteboard. Pasteboard is the place where we are going to store some items for later use. That is, if you use some cut and paste, you are going to do some copy and paste, those items will be stored in this pasteboard, and from this pasteboard we can take it and paste it wherever, whenever we want to paste it, wherever we can paste it. Then in the actual followed by the black border, we have the left margin, top margin, bottom margin, the right margin of the text. Below if you see, you have the pages. There you can see the number of pages displayed, pages of the document where we are going to design. Then we have horizontal scrolling bar and vertical scrolling bar. So I want students to have a good look on this image and give their memorize this so that it will be very useful for them in the examination. Now we will go on to the question session. First question, DTP stands for desktop publishing. The answer option A is the correct answer, desktop publishing. Desktop publishing is the field where we use computers to design the content of the pages and then we go for printing. Today most of the printing industry, they are using this DTP. We call DTP actually it is a field, desktop publishing. All this PageMaker, CorelDRAW and many other softwares they are using in this field called desktop publishing field. Actually what they are doing in this field is they use the computers, the softwares and suitable softwares that design the pages before going for the printing. So today it has become very easy. Before that we used to have a printing industry, they used to compose, they call composing. Now this composing is not done manually, composing is done with the help of computer. That is called desktop publishing. Okay. Next we will go to the second question. Dash is a DTP software. 4 options are shown there. Lotus, PageMaker, Maya and Flash. Maya and Flash used in multimedia. Lotus 1, 2, 3 is a spreadsheet. The correct answer is PageMaker. Now we move on to the next question. Third, which menu contains the new option? Which menu contains the new option? That is why I told you in the beginning itself, you please remember that image. If you remember the image, you can answer 90% of the question in this chapter. Now where the menu appears below the title bar. So in the menu contains what I told you, the menu contains many options. In that where you have that new option, the students must do practically. Now you don't have practical because of this corona period, but you just go and have, if you have any chances, you can install Adobe PageMaker and you can open it and see the various menus. Various menus they have sub-menus and you have to remember the items, sub-menu, important sub-menu items in each of the menu. And the new option appears in the file menu. If you open file menu will open a pull down menu. If you click the file menu, you will have a pull down menu. In that pull down menu, you will have this new option. So new option is available in File menu. The answer is file menu. Next we go on to the fourth question. In PageMaker window, the area outside the dark border is referred to as. Now I am going little back to show this. This is the black border, and this is the area where they are asking out. That's why I told you, please remember this image. This image helps you very much in answering your questions in the examination. This place is called pasteboard. This place is called pasteboard. The pasteboard is the answer for this fourth question. What we are going to use for this pasteboard is, I told you, when you are using some cut and paste or copy and paste, that item will be stored in the pasteboard. Later on you can drag it in with the paste wherever you want. Next we will go on to the fifth question. Shortcut to close a document in PageMaker is Control W. Usually they use close a document Control S like that. We used to use Control S or other Control save as like that, but here we use the command Control plus W as a shortcut to close the document. Now we move on to the next question. Your dash tool is used for magnifying the particular portion of the area. Here we use certain tools. If you see the toolbox, we have various tools. In one of the tools is, if you have like all, one is hand like tool will be there, another is you have a lens like type tool is there. That is used for zooming. Zooming is magnifying an image or minimizing the image. We can use that zoom tool for magnifying any particular area. The answer for this question is zoom tool. Next we are move on to the seventh question. Dash tool is used for drawing boxes. We have various drawing tools available in this particular software, because we will be using various shapes. That shapes is available in your toolbox itself. I told you, remember the image. In the image you will have in the left hand side corner, you will have a box called toolbox, various tools available in that. In that all these tools are available. So if you see the tool which is used for drawing boxes is rectangle. For drawing circle and other thing you will be using ellipse. For drawing ordinary lines you will be using the line tool. Next we will move on to the eighth question. Place option is present in dash menu. The place option is present in file menu. As I told you, students must take little care in studying all the sub menus in every menu. Every menu will have some items. So student must remember some these menu items. Of course, it is very difficult for students to remember all the items, but to remember certain items is very, very important. Frequently used items they should remember. Okay. In the file menu, we will be using this place option. Next question. To select an entire document using the keyboard. Usually it is very universally select the entire document in almost all the softwares. They are using Control plus A. If you press Control plus A, the whole thing will be selected. This selection is in Control A plus Control plus A is universally used in many softwares to select the whole item, whether it is a document or an image or any text. To select the entire thing, they use Control plus A. In almost all the softwares, they use Control plus A for selecting the whole thing. Next, we move on to the 10th question. Character formatting consists of which of the following text properties? See, the formatting means there are many things you can format. Students should remember like this. First, they should start with character. Then they should move on to the word. From the word, they are move on to the line. Then line, they move on to the paragraph. Then the page. It goes like this. The formatting starts like this, from character, word, line, paragraph, then the whole page. So we have formatting options for everything. For character formatting, which of the text properties we are using is, all of this we will be using. You can underline, you can make bold, you can make italic. So all of the options we will be using for formatting the character, right? Even for formatting the whole line also we can use this, underlining, italic, bold. These are the options available to format a particular line or a particular character or a particular word. We can use all these formats. Next, we move on to the next question, 11th question. Which tool lets you edit text? Which tool lets you edit text? So it's a more important tool. After typing, we need to edit the text. So which tool we are going to use? We will be using the text tool. There is a tool called text tool available to edit the text. Crop tool and hand tool. Hand tool is there, you have a hand like tool available. It is used to move the document up and down. We can use this hand. With the use of hand tool, we can move. Crop tool is to, cropping means just to cut a part of the text or part of the image. you can use the crop tool. Type tool is simply given a name just to confuse the students. Here the answers is text tool is the correct answer. Text tool is used to edit the text. Crop tool is to crop. Thus cropping means just cutting out a part of the image. Then we will be having hand tool. Hand tool is just used to move the documents up and down. The whole document you can move. Next you can go for 12th question. Shortcut to print a document in PageMaker is. To print, usually, as I told you, Control A, how Control plus A is used universally almost in all the softwares to select everything. Like that, they use Control plus P. Control plus P they used as a keyboard shortcut. They reserved this Control plus P shortcut as for printing in almost all the softwares. If you see in almost all the softwares you open and see, for printing they will be using Control plus P, and selecting the whole thing they will be using Control plus A. These tools are universally reserved for these things. Control plus A for selecting the whole thing and Control plus P for printing. Next we go on, move on to the 13th question. From 13th question onwards, we are having fill in the blanks in your book, right? These are not the choose the best answer. Students may think fill up the blanks, they will ask every kind of questions in their question paper. In the 1 mark question, they may have choose the best answer, fill up the answer, match the following, choose the right one, right statement, or choose the odd man out. So in this lesson we are having all the options how they are going to ask in your annual examination. So students should practice this also. Now Adobe PageMaker is a dash software. This is a repeated question. Almost previously we have seen in the second question. They asked what is the DTP software. There we use this. The same question is repeated in another way. Adobe PageMaker is a dash software. The answer is it's a page layout software. Next we go on. You can also say PageMaker software, but page layout will be the most apt answer for this question. Next we move on to the 14th one. Dash is the topmost part of the PageMaker window. Dash is the topmost part of the PageMaker window. It is nothing but the title bar. So first you will have title bar, below the title bar you will have the menu bar, below the menu bar you will be having the toolbar, below the toolbar you are having a ruler line. You can ask me, how are you saying, sir? So easily you are saying means I am remembering the image in my mind. I am just telling you that I am bringing back the image in my mind and I am answering all these things. Okay, it will be very easy. If you keep the image in your mind, you can answer very easily all the questions, right? We will move on to the next 15th question. Dash is the process of moving up and down or left and right through the document window. Dash is the process of moving up and down, left and right through the document window. The answer is scrolling. Scrolling, what is the difference between scrolling and moving the text? Usually you should know the difference between scrolling and moving the text. Moving the text means I am actually moving the text, but scrolling is the cursor will be at that point and the page will be moving. Actually when I move if I moving the page up, page down, what is the difference between that page, the arrow, what we are using the arrows, when you use the arrows for the movement, it will move the cursor or what we call the insertion pointer. The text will be there, but the pointer will be moving. But here in the scrolling, the pointer will be fixed, but the text will be moving. That is the difference between scrolling and moving. Students should understand this difference. Scrolling is a special one where the pointer will be the same position, text will be moving, and in other moving this up arrow, down arrow, the text will be there, but the pointer will be moving. That is the difference between scrolling and the moving the arrows. Next we will go to the 16th question. Dash tool is used to draw a circle. As in the beginning I told you, ellipse tool. The answer for this is ellipse tool. Ellipse tool is used to draw a circle. You have a tool that later part of the second question and the 2 mark question we will be discussing this ellipse tool. There is two things, ellipse and ellipse, another is called frame, that we will be discussing in the 2 mark question. Now the answer for this is ellipse tool, which you can ask me, sir, you are telling that ellipse tool, but you are telling an answer for drawing a circle. See, it's nothing but when you circle, if you change the radius, okay, the circle, the radius is same for everything, whole circumference, but ellipse it will be different. So ellipse is a part of the circle. So using this tool, you are using it to draw a circle. Next we move on to the 17th question. The insert pages option is available on clicking the dash menu. There is no other choice, students. You have, as again and again I am telling you, you must keep practicing opening some of the menus, and you should remember certain important commands frequently used in every menu. All menus will have many options. All the options will not be used frequently in all the menus, but every menu will have certain options frequently used. Those frequently used options you should be familiar with and you should remember it. Now here the answer for the 17th question is layout menu. Right. Next we will move on to the next question. Match the following. I told you we will have fill in the blanks, match the following, choose the right one. We have all type of questions in this chapter, and the same way all type of this question you can expect in your annual examination. Right? They will have, you not only choose the best answer, you will have fill in the blanks, you will be getting match the following, choose the odd ones and choose the correct answer also. Now you will see the match the following. Here you have given 4 options: cut, copy, paste and undo, and the answer for that I have given you on the right hand side. For cut you will be using shortcut Ctrl plus X, copy Ctrl plus C, paste Ctrl plus V, and undo is Ctrl plus Z. And this is, all these 4 options is universally in all the softwares. As I told you, Ctrl plus A, Ctrl plus P, and all these 4 is universally used in all the softwares for the same options. If you open any of the software, you will be seeing this Ctrl plus S, Ctrl plus C is used for cut and copy. You know, only the very famous thing in Windows, even now I used to joke by students, the first thing the student learn in Windows is cut and copy, cut, copy, paste. That is, it has become a very famous thing after Windows software. Before the Windows software, we don't have this cut and copy are frequently used. After the Windows software introduced, Windows OS, it has become very famous. Cut, copy, paste has become very famous. And almost all the software, they are using the same shortcut, Ctrl plus X, Ctrl plus C, Ctrl plus V and Ctrl plus Z for undo. Okay. Now we move on to the next question. Choose the odd man out. In each of there are 4 options given. In every question, there are 4 questions given there. Every question you have one odd man there. We have to find out and you have to give the answer. Adobe PageMaker, Quark Express, Adobe InDesign and Audacity. 4 software name is given there. Adobe PageMaker, Quark Express, Adobe InDesign, Audacity. If you see, Audacity is the odd man out because Audacity is used for audio purpose. It is a audio based software. All the other 3 ones are DTP softwares. They are used for designing the page. All the first 3 are used for DTP purpose, and the last one, Audacity, is used for audio. That means a sound mixing and audio, all these things comes in the Audacity. It's a software used to convert the audio things and mix the audio things. So it mainly use, it's an audio based software. So it will never come in this group. Next one is file, edit, layout, type, zip. 5 things are given there. File, edit, layout, type, zip. The first 4 are the menu items, and zip will never come under this category because it is used to compress the given thing, right? It is mainly used for compressing. Zipping means, many of them will be familiar with this. Zipping is a word used in software for compressing the content of a file. So that will not come in this group. So it is the odd man in that question. Next is third question: pointer tool, line tool, hide tool, hand tool. Very easily you can say hide tool, because pointer tool, line tool, hand tool is a tool which is used for this the moving and other thing, pointing and other thing, drawing. Hide tool will not come under this category. So it is the odd man in that question. Next one, bold, italic, portrait, underline. The fourth one is bold, italic, portrait, underline. Very simply, immediately you can say portrait, because portrait is the thing which is going about the page layout. How you are going to, how the page is going to be layout. It's a there are 2 types of page layout. One is portrait, another is landscape. Portrait means length will be more than the width, and in the landscape the width will be more than the length. This is about the page layout, but the other bold, italic, underline is for formatting characters. So portrait will not come under this group. So it is the odd man in that, and the answer for that is portrait. Next we will move on to the 20th question. Choose the correct statement. There are 2 statements given there, and you have to answer the correct, you have to select the correct statement from them. First question is, text can be selected using mouse only. Text can be selected using mouse or the keyboard. It's a very easy question. You know very well. You can use both mouse and keyboard to select a text. You can use the mouse, point a text, and you move, and you can hold the left key and drag it. You can select the text using mouse like that, or you can use the keyboard using the movement keys. You will up, down, left, right. Using those movement keys, you can select the text also. So the answer for the first question is B. Text can be selected using mouse or the keyboard. Next we move on to the second question. DTP is an abbreviation for desktop publishing and DTP is an abbreviation for desktop publication. So its answer obviously A is the answer for the next thing is the answer is A. DTP is an abbreviation for desktop publishing. It is not publication. There is a difference between publishing and publication. Okay. Desktop is mainly used for publishing. Publishing means you are creating a document and publishing the thing through that software. So the correct answer for the second question is desktop publishing. Now we move on to the last question, 21. Choose the correct pair. There are 4 different pairs given there and we have to select the correct pair from there. Edit and cut, edit and new, undo and copy, undo and redo. So the answer obviously is undo and redo because we are undoing and we are asking them, no, you are to redo it. It's both a combination. Undo and redo is a pair. See what undo will do is when you are doing something and we don't want to, that is we will use undo, right? Once we undo and we accidentally we have undone that and we want to bring it back, we will use redo. So the correct answer here is undo and redo. Students, with this we are completing our 1 mark question in this chapter. Then we are going to move on to the 2 mark question. Okay. Now in this 2 mark question, in some of the question I have used certain images and I want to specifically point out here, the students need not have to draw that in that answers. For your clear understanding, I have given certain images in some of the answers. So students need not think that they should draw that in their answer sheets. For your better understanding, I have given certain images. Okay. Please don't take that, you have to draw that in your examination. You need not have to draw those figures. Just for the understanding purpose, I have given those images along with certain answers. Okay. Okay. Now we move on to the first question. What is desktop publishing? Using a suitable DTP software and creating or using a suitable DTP software with the help of computer, we are designing the page and publishing. This is called desktop publishing. Or creating a document using a DTP software and using a page layouts for the documents using the DTP software is called desktop publishing. Right. We move on to the second question. First question is very easy. If you understand what is the concept of DTP, you can answer very well. What is DTP? I am using a DTP software to create a document and publish it. That's all. Right. Students, you can also answer your own words. It is not necessary that you should write the same statement what is given in the book. Right. If you are able to answer correctly with your own statements, you will be given full marks. There is nothing wrong in that. We will move on to the next question. Give some examples for DTP software. There are so many DTP softwares available today. You will see some of them. Adobe PageMaker, very widely used is Adobe PageMaker, then Adobe InDesign, Quark Express, right? If you remember these 3, this is enough. Adobe PageMaker, Adobe InDesign and Quark Express. These are some of the softwares you are using it for DTP. Next we move on to the third question. Write the steps to open PageMaker. Very easy. If you are, this question is very frequently asked in many lessons. It's very easy. Whenever you open a software, you have to open it using Start, All Programs, go to that Adobe and you open the PageMaker 7.0, right? Then if you make a PageMaker, from that you open the software called Adobe PageMaker 7.0, then it will be the required software, Adobe PageMaker software will be opened. Right. Now we will move on to the fourth question. How to create a new document in PageMaker? How to create a new document in PageMaker? You may ask me, sir, it is a 2 mark question. Shall I have to write these 4 points? There is no chance in this because some questions will have very short answers. Some questions will be little lengthier, but we have to go with it. To create a new document, first you have to choose File New in the menu bar or Ctrl+N in the keyboard. So File New will create a new, it will open the new document. Now we have to you have to set up the document. You will get a document setup dialog box. After the document setup dialog box, you have to give the appropriate document settings there. That we will discuss later. You will have a document setup box. You will have the line margins, what is the size of the paper and what is the color what you are going to use and what is the layout you are going to use. Everything you have to decide and then if you give OK, you will get the opening screen which I shown in the beginning of the class. You will get that screen. First you are working Adobe PageMaker, you are using the start all programs, you are opening the page, right? After opening the page, you are typing, you are going to the menu, you are typing file, new, then you will get a document setup box. In that you have to give all the document details about what you are going to use, what you are going to set up the document, the margins, left, right, top, bottom, and then the page size, and then the font, everything you will decide. Then you will, if you after deciding this, then you will get a opening screen where you will type the document. Now move on to the next question. What is the pasteboard in PageMaker? That I told you in the beginning itself. Here that's I told you I am showing an image here. Please, this is for your understanding. Don't draw this in your examination. To understand where is the pasteboard, I am showing you this part of the image in your image on your screen. This is the pasteboard. The pasteboard is the place where you find it on the left hand side of the black border, black dark border, where the place shown there is called, is the empty space shown there is called a pasteboard. In the pasteboard, we are going to store the some of the items which we are going to use it later. We will be using like cut, copy, paste. The text or image which you are going to cut will be stored in this pasteboard, and we can drag that item later on wherever we want to use. I hope the students understand these questions, or not 2 mark questions, right? Here I have been as I told you, please don't draw this in your answer sheets. Just to understand, for students to know where is the pasteboard, I am showing you. Some of them they have not opened the software, they don't have seen the software. So I am showing where the pasteboard is available. Right? Please don't draw this. This is a 2 mark question. For your understanding, I am showing this image. The pasteboard is found in the left hand side of the dark area of it is called dark border. The dark border is showing you the actual paper border, and the space between the left hand side of the dark border is the pasteboard. Okay. I wish you all the best, and we will be discussing the 3 marks and 5 mark question in our next session. Thank you.